Hi everybody! I'm sorry it's been such a long time since my last video. I have been really busy. My girlfriend Kat came over for 2 weeks, so we had a lot of stuff planned, so we were doing tons of stuff, so I didn't really have any time or energy to make a video, so I'm sorry about that. I also got sick for quite a while. I had a sore throat and a cough, and my voice was pretty gone for a few days, so it wasn't really great video material, and all my energy was just gone, so sorry about that. I am still sick. I got better for a few days and then I got sick again, so I have stuffed up nose and my throat's all clogged, so if I sound sick it's because I am, so sorry about that. Also, yes, I dyed my hair. It is a deep indigo blue. Midnight indigo is what I meant to say. But yeah, it's a really deep blue color. I just did it because I wanted to. I had no reason to. We just had it around, so I was bored with my hair and I change it all the time. So this is just the first one you guys are seeing, so I hope you like it. I really like it. I think it looks good. So, yay! Okay, on to the point of this video. As you can probably see by the title, this is an FAQ. It's just a bunch of questions people have asked in the comments of all my videos, so I thought I'd answer them all here on one video so I could get the answers out to everybody. Okay, I have all of them written down in here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, so question number 1. How did I get my piercings with my Tourette's? Because a lot of people would think that it would be super hard to get pierced if you're moving your head all around and all of that stuff. So I've gotten all of my piercings that I currently have, my snake bites, my ear piercings, and my tongue piercing. I got them all either before my Tourette's got severe, or before I even had any of my Tourette symptoms at all. So yeah, I haven't really had a full experience with my severe Tourette's trying to get pierced again. I have thought about getting more piercings in the future, so if I do, I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, so far I haven't had a real experience with taking a bunch while getting pierced. Question number 2. How old am I? I am 17 years old. Well, 17 and a half now. My birthday is in February, so yep. Also, these questions are in no particular order. I just wrote them down in the order that I thought of them, so they're not going to have anything to do with each other, probably. Number 3. How old was I when my tics started? I did mention this in my story of when my tics started, but I'll just restate it now. I was 15 when my first tic showed up. It was in October of 2015. So yeah, my tics were pretty late onset. Usually tics show up in mid-late childhood to very early teens. Usually like 8 to 10 is when it usually shows up. Somewhere around there. So mine was very late and unusual, but that's when mine showed up at 15. So there you go. Does my Tourette's affect my sleeping? This is what a lot of people have asked. So I don't tic in my sleep. I have asked my dad, like, after I took a nap if I had been ticking in my sleep, and he said no. He just knew that I had woken up because I started ticking. It does sometimes affect when I'm trying to fall asleep, because on bad tic days they will not let me relax, not let me hold still, that kind of stuff. So it does make it hard to fall asleep sometimes, but it doesn't affect my actual sleeping since I don't tic while asleep. Some people also asked on my tic attack video if I have tic attacks while I'm sleeping. No, I don't, because I don't tic at all while I'm sleeping, obviously. So yeah. And also other people with Tourette's, some people do tic in their sleep, just me personally, I don't. A lot of people have been asking if they have Tourette's in the comments and giving me some information about what's happening with them. It is very hard to tell if you have Tourette's just from comments and information over the video, but I can tell you like what the diagnosis is for you to be diagnosed with Tourette's. You have to have at least 2 motor tics, so 2 physical tics, and 1 verbal tic for at least a year before you can get diagnosed with it. So if you just have motor tics or something like that, you could either be having them just because you have severe anxiety, or you might have some kind of other tic disorder. So I'd say just look up your symptoms or look up different types of tic disorders and see if any of that matches what you have. So yeah. Next question, where am I from? I am from Oregon, USA. I really like living here, and not a ton of people live around here. I mean, like, who subscribe to me. I know a few people do, but yeah, that's where I live. One of the big ones is how did people react to my Tourette's, like when I first got it and now in public. When I first got it, nobody reacted badly. My whole family is very supportive of me in most all of the things that I do, so they were just very supportive. I kind of had an idea of what it was from very early on, and I told my mom all about that, so she was thinking that too. So we weren't surprised when we got the diagnosis or anything, because we had researched it a bunch before we actually went to get it diagnosed. So we kind of had an idea what was going on, and we knew some about it because we'd done a bunch of research. Some of my family obviously did have to have it explained to them and like explained more in detail, even if they knew about it a little bit, because it's not a hugely known syndrome. And even people who know of it don't know all of the details and like what it's actually about and like what it actually entails and all that stuff. So yeah, it took some explaining, but everybody was really accepting of it once they understood what was happening. Some of my family still don't really understand it 100%, but they're never like rude about it or anything like that. At least on purpose. Sometimes they do get a little bit annoyed by it, but I mean, sometimes that just happens. You can't really control that. And it would be kind of freaky and stuff if like you knew that somebody you know can't control things, so I understand that, and I'm not like hurt by any of it really. So yeah, all of my family and friends and stuff reacted pretty well to it. And then in terms of like public reactions then and now, I've never gotten any severe reactions actually. Pretty much the only like verbal reactions I've gotten have been like cashiers at fast food places or like coffee shops or something, and their only reactions was to ask me if I had the hiccups because I was having like little like verbal like that kind of thing, little verbal tics. So yeah, that was like the only thing I had, and then I explained to them that I had Tourette's, and like most of them knew what it was. Not in detail, but at least they got what I was trying to say. But yeah, I have had some like people like get shocked and look at me like when I make loud noises and stuff in stores, because who wouldn't if somebody made a loud like gasping noise. But no, I've never gotten any bad reactions. I've never had anybody like bully me about it. I dropped out of school before my Tourette's got really severe, so I never had any like school bullying because of my Tourette's or anything like that. Next question. Can I drive? No, I cannot drive, for both reasons, because I have Tourette's and because I just don't know how to drive. But no, I don't think I'm gonna learn how to drive, because I know my Tourette's will try to destroy things if I'm in a car, because I already am destructive with my own body, so I don't want to be in control of a large vehicle that can do major destruction. Even because even if I'm focused on driving and figuring stuff out and figuring out where I'm going, even if it's just a few seconds of not focusing. My Tourette's will try and like swerve or slam on the brakes or something like that, which is just could be very dangerous. So no, I don't think I'm gonna learn to drive anytime soon, if at all. If my Tourette's does mellow out a lot when I get older, then maybe I will try to learn how to drive, but not in the near future anyway. So, next question. This one is about my tic attacks. It's, are you aware, am I aware, or conscious during tic attacks? Short answer, yes, I am. I'm completely aware during tic attacks. So it's just like when I have normal tics, but it's just a bunch of them all in a row, and they're pretty intense ones. So I'm completely conscious. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just can't control myself to not do the things I'm doing. So I can totally think, and if I do have like a pause in tics, I can talk a slight bit. It's not easy because my tics will probably start up right away, so I don't try to like say full sentences or anything like that. But yes, I totally know what's happening, and I don't block it out or anything like that. So yeah, it's just like a bunch of tics all in a row that are really intense and straining, but it's not like a seizure or something like that, where sometimes you can't do anything or like remember it and things like that. Next question, which a lot of people have asked, and I've kind of answered it before, but I'll do it again in this one since this one just has all the questions. It's, do my tics hurt? By themselves, a lot of my tics don't hurt, but like the ones that obviously do hurt are like ones where I'm hitting myself or hitting my hands and feet on other things, because why wouldn't that hurt? And also, if you think about doing any movement enough times, it's going to start getting really sore and hurting. Just like exercise, or when you like hiccup a lot, like your chest starts getting sore, things like that. So even if it's like a harmless movement like that, doing this movement enough times will make your wrist and fingers sore. So a lot of them by themselves aren't, but then some of them are, and then pretty much all of them, if I do them enough, get painful after enough time. Another question a lot of people have asked me, which isn't really about my Tourette's, but I want to answer it anyway, is a bunch of people ask me if they can be my friend, or they talk to me or chat with me or things like that, and yes, definitely. All my social media links are in the description, are in the description, so just go down there and click on the links, and feel free to message me if you want, or look at any of my stuff. I mainly talk to people on Snapchat and Instagram, probably. Mainly Snapchat. If you're interested in it, on my Snapchat I post a lot of like selfies. I also post a lot of updates and stuff, like why hasn't been a video for a long time, or what's going on in my life and stuff like that. I also post a lot of singing videos on my Snapchat story, so if you want to hear that, go over there. And on my Instagram, there's a lot of my art and selfies and pictures of my photography and stuff like that. So if you want to look at that, go over there. So there's a bunch of stuff down there. I also made a Patreon if you want to support me in any way, if you feel like being generous. Don't feel like you need to in any way, but that's down there if you want to do that. So enough self-promoting. I'll go on to the next question. A lot of people have asked how I get my hair cut with my tics, because you can imagine if there's scissors near your head and you're jerking around, that's not going to be good. So I cut my hair myself, because I just shaved the sides with like an electric shaver, and since I'm doing it myself, I know when to like take the shaver away from my head in case I'm gonna like flail around or something, because I can feel my tics coming on just a little bit before they happen usually. And also with an electric shaver you can't really cut yourself because there's like the cover thing on there. So I've never hurt myself cutting my own hair. I haven't gotten my hair like cut with scissors like this top part in a long time. Usually when it just gets too long I'll shave it with like the longest shaver I have, because that's the easiest thing to do for me, and I would be nervous going to like a salon or something to get it cut, just because I would be nervous about that kind of thing, like if they are cutting me and I'd have to like tell them about what's going on and all that stuff. So I just do it myself and I try not to hurt myself. So this is the last question that I could remember people asking. I'm sure there's a few more, but this is the last one I've written down. So the question is, does my Tourette's affect going swimming? Which, no, I haven't found it to so far. I can usually, if I'm like underwater and I can feel my tic coming on, I can like get to above the water, like I can hold it off for long enough that I can do it above the water. But most of the time when I'm swimming, I'm just too focused on too focused on swimming, too distracted to even tic much at all. And a lot of the time when I'm swimming, I don't go underwater a whole ton. I'm usually like have my top bar above the water, so I can usually control it enough that nothing bad happens. Like I don't breathe in water or any of that stuff. So it's all good. I love swimming and I can do it if I want to. A question that I forgot to answer when I had my camera set up was what pronouns I use. I use they them pronouns because I'm gender fluid, so my gender changes every like day to day or hour to hour, so just use they them pronouns from then on, please, and try not to refer to me as like a woman or man, boy, girl, things like that, and it should be all good. So yeah. So that's all of the questions from the FAQ that I could compile. I'm sure there will be more questions in the comments that I didn't answer and all that stuff, so I will probably do a second part at some point when I get enough questions. I'm sorry if I haven't been answering your questions a lot in the comments this past week or few days. I just wanted to answer it in this video so I could answer everybody all at once. So that's probably why I didn't answer, because a bunch of people asked the same questions, so I'm gonna get the answer out right here, right now. So that's the end of the FAQ, but I have a few more things just to tell you guys at the very end. Thank you guys for still being here. If you're still watching, by the way, this one's a little bit long. Something that's going on is, on my Instagram, I'm not sure exactly when, but if you follow my social medias, like my Snapchat and my Instagram and stuff like that, I'll probably tell you when it's gonna happen. On my Instagram, I am going to do a live stream sometime soon. I'll probably do some singing on there and maybe answering some questions. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll keep you guys updated and make sure you follow my stuff so you can be updated. Hopefully, my next video will be out sooner than this one was compared to the last one. I don't have much stuff going on in the next little while, so hopefully I'll have time and energy to do another video soon. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that I answered some of your questions. God. But I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys are having a great day and everything's going good. Okay, bye guys!